Hello there, this is Sword with Audiosmith, and today we're taking a look at the Myer Audio SLIIVO SL-41. The SLIIVO was sent to me by Myer Audio for review, but as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own, and audio is super subjective, and we all hear differently, so my thoughts and opinions might not be your thoughts and opinions. Anyways, let's get started with the review. The SL-41 is priced at around $170 at the time of recording. It is a 1 dynamic driver, 4 balanced armature set. 2 of the balanced armatures are custom nulls for the mids to highs, and then there's 2 custom nulls BAs for the super tweeters that they call them. Accessory wise, we get another one of these nice little pleather circular zipper thingies that are lined super nicely. You get the set of Myer Audio tips that they include that are very nice. Their tips are awesome. I haven't asked for more. I probably should. Their tips are actually one of my favorite tips. I use them on everything now. You get fantastic cable. One of the best cables for $170 still. The IEMs themselves, these are 2-pin IEMs by the way, and these ones have like an alien looking faceplate going on. It looks really cool. It's really fun. I like it. They're a little bit transparent. You can kind of see in there what's going on. Looks cool. Wish I could see it more though. Fit wise, these shells actually aren't that big. They're not as chonky as the other Myer Audio set, the CKLVX that I tried. So they fit me really good, but better, they fit my wife good, so she can enjoy these too. And neither of us really have any fit issues, so that's awesome. We can both enjoy it. Everyone's happy. As for the sound characteristics of the SLIIVO SL-41, this is a fairly neutral set with mid-bass kind of emphasis. Mids are definitely a bit forwards, little shouty, just forwards a little bit. Nothing gross or sounding unnatural or unbalanced. Just things get to shine in the mids, which I don't mind. I actually like it a lot. Bass is well represented, mids are well represented, trebles well represented. It's a very nice balanced set. There is a hint of warmth from the bass because there is a good strong bass hit on these. It's really nice, really good quality. As for the bass in general, it's all really good. This whole set in general, I have very few, if any, nitpicks with. It's just a very solid set. But for the bass, sub-bass rumbles, there's a good rumble there. Mid-bass is plenty of note weight, there's great detail. Everything's very nicely separated in the bass. Flowing straight into the mids, again, we're looking at very nicely detailed. The lower mids are rich, there's great separation, guitars sound great, string instruments are great. Going into the upper mids, it just kind of pushes itself forwards, and anything in the upper mids just kind of pushes through the rest of the mix just a hair and just really pulls itself forwards and makes itself the star of the show, which is great. I really like that if you're looking for more of like a mid-forward set, which is something that I really enjoy. Vocals are nuts. I listen to a lot of ridiculous sounding metal and ridiculous growls and vocals and all that modern metal mayhem that goes on there. These cut through all of the noise and actually still manage to put that vocalist, no matter how guttural or pig squeal vocals that they're doing, and just brings it to the surface and just really lets you hear that raw emotion, which blew my mind. I have not heard male vocals presented in this way before, and I love what these are doing. It's amazing. For female vocals for my library, again, very, very good job. Very forwards. They're the star of the show, and they're presented in just such a beautiful, rich, sultry way that's just, it's in your face. You still hear everything else that's going on in the mix, and it's still greatly detailed, but they're standing there front stage and just singing their heart out. It's awesome. I love the vocals on this. As for the treble, again, treble's awesome. Tonally, I don't have anything to nitpick. Definitely preference-based for the upper mids being forwards, though. For me, I don't have a problem with it, so I don't have any issues. I don't have any issues with this. The treble's very well defined. There's plenty of air. I think the other set that I'll be comparing this to is more special in the treble, and there's a bit more going on detail-wise, but these are still close, and for the $170, it's unlike any other set that I've heard still, other than the Tanzio Mirai Halo, which is $2,000, so a bit of a price gap there. Not to say that these are as good as $2,000 IEMs, but you know what? After A-Bing them with the Tanzio Mirai Halo, these definitely got a bit of that special sauce that set has too. So, but how far do they go up in the price competition? I don't know. I haven't explored that high yet. As for the technicalities, it just awesome, amazing techs at this price point. One of the best that I've heard so far still. Great separation, great detail. Soundstage is not the grandest, but there's still times where like the sounds are just coming over there and sounds are swirling around me, like on I listened to a band called Arion, and they're progressive metal, and they have a lot of weird synth stuff that goes on, and there's times where this set's just like, ooh, there's stuff flying all around me. It's wild. It's crazy. I love the way that they're presented. It just fantastic. Imaging is spot on. Imaging is fantastic. Just great text, great tonality. Really fits my preference, definitely, but I don't have much to say other than if it's not your preference, you might not like it. There's not much for me to say is wrong that stands out to me. The SL-41 offers one of the best FPS and immersive experiences that I've tried so far in IEMs. There's a wonderful balance to everything. Audio cues are apparent with their pinpoint imaging, and immersive games have great impact and that pretty large sound stage to breathe in. And it's truly a great experience all around here. I will probably continue using this set as my main gaming set for the foreseeable future. For FPS games, Escape from Tarkov was fantastic. From the main menu music, I was kind of already jumping around in my seat. It was an awesome, awesome start to trying these out. The initial ambience of the map was great as well. Audio cues were very apparent and stood out, and the imaging was fantastic on letting me know the orientation and locations where everything was coming from. From shots going on, to the closer fights, or things going on at the far distance, or enemies walking around the wall for me. There's just a very nice balance for FPS games here, and an awesome amount of detail and stage for the world to breathe. For immersive gaming, Elden Ring felt huge and gave me a massive world to play in. This set just has a great feel, and impacts sounded heavy, and there's strong heft to them, and just the world really lived alongside me during my playthrough. Lots of detail and information coming at me. Boss battle music was fantastic and very well separated. I just really enjoyed the presentation for immersive games. So for a comparison, I would directly compare these to the Myer Audio CKLVX that I just recently reviewed that became my number 1 IEM so far. If you haven't watched that review, I definitely suggest going to check that out and checking CKLVX out and SLIIVO. Just check Myer Audio out. So far, everything's been incredible, especially for the price point. accessory wise, these are the same. That being said, well, they're almost the same. The CKLVX came with a nice leather cord clip, which was awesome. I really enjoy that over the Velcro ones. The SLIIVO came with the Velcro one. What's up with that? That's okay. I don't really use them much anyway, but that was something I noticed that was different between them. But sound-wise, how do they stack up? The CKLVX was my number 1. Is SLIIVO the new number 1? Is it number 2? Where does it go? And I can't really answer that because depending what I'm listening to and what I'm in the mood for, I think they're both that top spot and switch place between second. And that's because they're very similar, but the differences are enough to stand out that depending what I'm listening to or what mood I'm in, I'd want to swap and use a different one. The CKLVX has more of a stronger hitting lower end. There's more impact there and there's more warmth in the low end. The mids are more recessed and pulled back a hair instead of being as forwards as they are in the SL-41. But the treble is a little bit more refined. There's a bit more detail and special sauce going on in the treble as well. So it, depending what I'm listening to, that those mids being recessed and the vocals not being as forward or the string instruments being as forward, I really dig that, and I can just kind of vibe with the music and enjoy the super crisp, detailed treble and bass. And then other times I really want that nice vocal experience, or I really want those guitar solos to just get pulled forwards and just sing to me. That's where the SLIIVO comes in. So tonally, musically wise, on my genres, both are top spot. Both of these are my favorites, which is fantastic. Myer Audio's doing some special stuff here. These are awesome sets. Technicalities, I think the SLIIVO has a little bit of a smaller soundstage than what the CKLVX does. Imaging, pretty much everything else I think is pretty much the exact same or very subtle differences. So both of them are just very great techs, period, which is awesome. I love both of them. I don't think I would want to part with either of them if I had to. These will both be sets that probably stay with me for, not that I've gotten rid of any other sets, but I'll probably hold on to these the most because I'll probably be grabbing for them the most. In conclusion, the SLIIVO SL-41 is fantastic, fits my preferences. I absolutely love it and adore it and want to cherish it and keep it around forever and never have it break or lose it. I love it. It is a very easy IM to recommend at this price point if you are looking for a more mid-forwards presentation. If you are looking for mids to be more laid back and more visceral bass, the other Myer Audio set is my pick. And no, I'm not sponsored by Myer Audio or anything. I just truly believe in their products and really like what they are doing and what I have heard from them. When this set first showed up, when they said they were sending this after I'd heard the CKLVX, I went, I'm kind of scared. Because what if it's not as good? What if it's quite a bit worse? I am so happy that it's not. I'm so happy it is on par and preference-wise better in some aspects. Just fantastic. Again, like, even like with this, like I said with the CKLVX, I could see these being $400 or $500 and people being perfectly fine with it and it comparing to sets in that price range. It could go higher. I haven't tried around that price range, but compared to everything else that I'm trying around $180, like $200 mark, these are on a different level. They're just doing so much right here. And like I said on the CKLVX video, more companies need to start finding special sauce like this. We need less, here's another Harman set for a couple $100, or here's another Harman set for, you know, cheaper Harman, but cheap. Find a little niche tuning like this and work it to be incredible. I don't even know if Myer Audio is making money on these. Like, from what I'm seeing everyone else selling their units for 1DD, 4BA sets, and not having like near the quality of sound that these have, I really hope Myer Audio is making money on these. As always, thank you for watching the review. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Definitely, if you're in the price range, want something vocal forward, check these out. All right, have a good day. Peace.